until they start doing that or get these problems fixed, I would not recommend this kit to anybody. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure others have had better luck with it, but everyone I've talked to, they just say it's a no-go. Alright, so same day, different video. The last one went over just painting the transmission pan and putting the hood latch in, just something simple. While I was waiting for the transmission pan to dry, I was going to go inside, but I decided to mess around with the turbo kit a little bit more. And it's still going to have to be modified, but I think lifting the intercooler up a little bit more. These connections are the cold side tubing. They line up a little bit better. It's still, well, I think it's resting on that little notch right there where I have the towel. This does line up with it, but I think I will have to modify this just a little bit. I think either so it's not like stretched out, I might just have that extended just a little bit. So might back it up about an inch, just so that the I keep mixing them up. I think it's a blow-off valve, just so that I could clear the accessory brackets and the belt. But it's still off. Like I said, if you just put it up to the intake, it's definitely have to rotate it some, but I'm just throwing it up there, and then you really have to finesse it to get in there. It's a lot easier to do with both hands. So yeah, I think just lifting the intercooler up a little bit more helps out a lot and gives more clearance along this bumper reinforcement. So there's clearance there, and then I trimmed down these bolts, so there's a little bit more clearance on that cold side piping. But like I said, it's still somewhat loose, but I think that's how it's routed. I think that needs, the intercooler just needs to set up a little bit higher. But yeah, with the intake tube, like I said, that's just if you just put it up there flush, it's still a little off. So I think what I want to do, just so there's no close clearance here, I think I'm gonna see and push that in all the way, and it's hitting now. So I think I want to modify this intake tube just slightly. So I'm thinking, like, once it's in there, all right, let me grab the tripod real quick and it'll be a little bit easier to explain. So let's see. Okay. So if I just put it in there, it's good. Then when if you rotate this down a little bit, it's off. But you really have to it's a tight fit. That's just pushed in all the way, and you see how it backs out from the throttle body a little bit. If that's all lined up there, it's fine, but it still seems a little short here. So what I think I'm gonna do, because I don't want this resting all up against the core support, because there's definitely going to be vibration once it's running. I don't want anything resting on there, so I'll leave a little bit of a gap. So I'll probably have this intake tube extended probably about an inch. And I'm doing so. Let me figure out which one this is. I don't want to keep calling it the wrong one. I believe this is the blow-off valve, so with moving that back an inch, it'll clear a lot more from the belt. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Like I said, stay in touch with my buddy. This life happens, so we both have different schedules, so we'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, I think I'm gonna at least see if he could move it over probably about an inch or so, and then extend it an inch. That way I could have some little bit of space between the core support and the and the intercooler, so it won't be rested right up against the intercooler. Like I said, all this, there's plenty of clearance there from the turbo. That's clocked correctly, and there's plenty of clearance there. The dump tube, like I said, there's still some room to play around with that. It's loose right now, so once I tighten it up, probably dump right in the center. Clears the fans with enough room. The crossover pipe for the hot side, there'll be plenty of room. It's just, like I said, it just doesn't line up like it should. Now, I'm sure if I wanted to run it a lot closer, it'd be fine. But since my buddy's already going to come work his magic with the driver's side header, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to modify the passenger side header also. Not as far as any of this goes, but just where the thermostat comes out. Both of the thermostats I used, so I used the factory style, and I tried to notch that down right there, but it's still resting up on it. And then I got the swivel one, which seems a little bit taller. It says it's supposed to be shorter, but I think I'm going to go with this style just because of the way the coolant hose is going to have to route. I think I'm going to have to route it straight down. It'll probably be a flexible one or universal. So it's probably going to have to go behind the cold side piping, and then if the thermostat housing is facing straight down, just be able to loop it up that way. That's going to be a problem itself. Like I said, it's probably going to be a flexible or universal lower radiator hose. The top one, that might be a problem too. Been dropping stuff all day, but yeah, I think that top hose might be an issue. Oh no, if it routes around the intake tube, and then I'll just do a little S-turn into the top, or into the water pump. That should be fine. But yeah, it's gonna be another issue. But yeah, if I get this extended, just pull that back an inch and then move it over an inch. Depending on the angle of this piping, the top radiator hose will route around and into the water pump. That's on the Elco, but I think there's some different options for that. That's just a truck one that I made work. This one, I probably will have to loop it around, unless it could come back do like a quick 90, or I don't know. That's going to be another issue down the line. But just messing around with the turbo kit. I know this is going to be a long intro. It's going to need modifications. I think on3 needs to update their description of this kit because it will not fit every G-body. The Monte SS is fine because the headlight brackets stick out to here. They're not in the core support like with the El Camino or Malibu. I'm not sure the other styles like the Cutlass or the Grand Prix. I'm gonna leave the Grand Nationals out of there because if you're throwing this kit in a Grand National, you got a problem if you're LS swapping that car. That's the one car I believe should just stay like it is. If you want to customize G-body, don't do it with the Grand National. You can do the wheels and stuff or upgrade the Turbo 6, but don't LS swap the thing. Unless it's the Hellcat one, and that's a different story behind that one. But this kit, on3, you gotta step your game up. At least put some, put a description on what you need to get it to work. You need the Holly mounts. You need car accessories. There's going to be some modifications because this kit is not a direct bolt-on. You're going to need to have the power steering or the manual brake set up. It's not going to clear the Jeep steering shaft. It's just little things like that. But I wanted to update it. This video is supposed to be short, about just going over the turbo kit when I lifted the intercooler up, a little bit better fitment, and then I was going to toss the transmission pan in, but I think I might toss the transmission pan and throw it on the last video. I haven't edited that yet, so well, no, I'll make a separate video putting the torque converter bolts on and throw that pan back in with the new seal. But yeah, I just wanted to update. I know it's long-winded about the on3 kit. Like I said, the description online doesn't mention anything about what you need to get the kit to work. I believe, well, the car was designed around a Monte SS. Like I said, with the headlights being in the pretty much in the core support with the Elcos and the Malibus, this style will not work unless you're not running a headlight. If you have the dual headlight option, you might get away with it, but it's going to be close with the Monte SS. Like I said, the headlight extensions, they get pushed out to here, so there's plenty of clearance. This top radiator hose, or top intake tube, like I said, you could get it to work, but it's not ideal, especially with the truck accessories. They don't mention anything about it being only for car accessories or better clearance that way. If it was car accessories, I'd have no problem with this crossover tube and with it hitting the thermostat housing. So it's little things like that. Like I said, they just need to update their description of this kit. Like I said, I was able to talk to the guy whose car was used for the mock-up. After sending on3 that first email, no word back from him besides just denting the brake booster, which doesn't seem right to me. So did the manual brake swap, and that's it. But that's enough of me talking. Like I said, I know we're close. If anything, I thought about just rotating this section, have the blow-off valve just facing the other way, but I'm not sure which route I want to go with that yet. But it will be modified. Like I said, my buddy just stopped by next week, and we'll go over what needs to be done. Not sure if he's going to want to be on camera or not, but he might just come over, take some measurements, and then I'll send pretty much the headers. Yeah, both headers and this intake tube with him. Let him do his thing with it, and then I'll get him back in a week or two. So it's a longer video, but I did want to update that section because I know I said nothing lined up. But if you lift the intercooler up a little bit more, it helps out with lining everything up. But with my setup, I'm gonna need to modify it a little bit. So it's turned into a little bit longer video. Basically just giving you guys an update. I know I've talked to somebody else. I think he has his kit on, it's either El Camino or Malibu, and he's gonna have to modify pretty much the whole cold side because there's just not enough room in the front of these versus like the Monte SS with the longer nose, and the fenders might be longer too. But yeah, there's more space up on the in front of the Monte SS versus like the Malibus and the Elcos. So this kit, as it is, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody until On3 does something about either their description on their website or they make the modifications. Like when they sent me the email, they said they were working on the driver's side header modifications or changing that up a little bit. But until they do that, until they update their website, saying what you need to get this kit to work in a G-body, not even G-body, in a Monte SS. This isn't true SS, it's a clone, but there shouldn't be any problems like the ones I'm running into. They need to update saying which motor mounts to use, which accessory brackets to use, car accessories or truck accessories, and they need to fix the driver's side header from here in the steering shaft and hitting the brake booster. So this is with the 900 horsepower kit. The 1300 horsepower kit, I believe, is a little different, but they still don't mention any of that stuff on their website. So until they start doing that or get these problems fixed, I would not recommend this kit to anybody. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure others have had better luck with it, but everyone I've talked to, they just say it's a no-go.